Hey, Pacific Coast Cutters, your old buddy Drew Stew here. Can't wait to see all of you here in just a few short days at the Holy Cow Performance Horses, PCCHA, Futurity, Cutting Stakes, and Classic Challenge. It is going to be a great show in Las Vegas. There's just a few things as we get ready to go to Las Vegas, to the South Point Hotel and Casino. There's a few things we need to think about. First of all of you California horses, you got to make sure and have those 7-day health certificates. And they are going to be doing the same thing that we did at the Derby here a couple months ago. They're going to be mouthing all of those horses. So that is all going to start the day before the pre-work on the 20th, okay? So we will open up the barn at noon that very first day before we have the practice. We're going to go from noon until 8 o'clock, then from 8 to 8 every single day. And once the show gets going, you got to make sure and get a hold of show management and let us know you're coming. They absolutely will not come down and mouth your horses and let you in if it's at midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. So everybody just make sure and do that. Once again, everybody's got to have current health papers, but you California horses, you've got to make sure and have those within 7 days. And make sure that you show up at the South Point between noon and 8 o'clock that first day and from 8 to 8 during the day, because a veterinarian has to be on site to mouth every single horse that comes into the building because of that virus. So with all that hard stuff out of the way, let's talk about some good stuff. First of all, it is going to be a great show. Entries are doing very, very well right now for the Holy Cow Performance Horses Futurity. So it's going to be a great show. There are 2 Futurities this year at our show, just to clear up any confusion. There's the Super Futurity that is going to start on the 21st with go round number 1 and then a finals the next day. That is the Super Futurity. Then we go into our regular show, and then we're going to have all of the regular classes, including the Holy Cow Performance Horses, Futurity, the Cutting Stakes, the Classic Challenge. So the Super Futurity is its own deal, and we're just going to start off the show with that. Here's the deal. We're limiting that to 100 slots. As of today, we have over 75 horses entered in that Super Futurity. Now, the entry fees were $5,000. I've been given the go-ahead to go ahead and tell you what the payout is going to be as of right now, and it's only going to get better from here. Right now, if you win the Super Futurity, it is going to pay $75,000. If you win second, it's going to be $50,000. Third is $35,000. $25,000 for fourth. $20,000 for fifth. $13,500 for sixth. $10,000 for seventh. $7,000 for eighth and ninth. 10th and 11th is going to be $6,000. 12th through 15th is $5,000. 16th through 30th. Check this out. This means that 30% of the entries are going home with money, okay? 16th through 30th gets a $2,500 credit at the office. We're not going to give you a check, but we're just going to take $2,500 off your bill for the Holy Cow Performance Horses, Fraternity, and everything else you got going on. So 16th through 30th, you get a $2,500 credit at the office. Everybody else is getting cash. It is going to be phenomenal. So that is the true payout as of right now, and it's only going to get better, and it does get better right now. Raising the Cash, Tom and Lisa Bailey and the Iron Rose Ranch jumped in with a huge incentive brought to you by Raising the Cash. This is not a stallion incentive where you have to be riding a Raising the Cash. All you have to do is have a paid breeding to Raising the Cash for 2024. That's it. You just have to have a paid breeding. I think his stud fees are $5,000. So as long as the owner of the slot in the Super Futurity has a paid breeding to Raising the Cash for next season, then your horse is eligible for a $100,000 incentive on top of what I just talked about. That incentive is going to pay 6 deep, and the money looks like this. First place is $50,000. Second place is $25,000. Third place is $10,000. $5,000 for fourth, fifth, and sixth. And all you have to do is have a paid breeding. You don't have to be riding a Raising the Cash. You don't have to have a Raising the Cash in your barn. You just have to have a breeding. It's a breeding incentive to Raising the Cash for the 2024 season. That $100,000 is going to go on top of the money that I just talked about. So you could win $75,000 for first in the South Point Super Futurity. And if you have a paid breeding before you ride to the herd on the first go around, if you've got a paid breeding to raise in the cash and you win it, you're going to win $75,000 in your left hand and you're going to win $50,000 in your right hand. I'm not really good at math, but that just means you're going to win a pile of money. So I would go ahead and say that if you are going to buy a slot and put a horse in the South Point Super Futurity, I would probably go ahead and get me a breeding to raise in the cash, just in case your horse places in the top 6. Because if not, you're going to lose out on a minimum of $5,000, which would cover the breeding or the entry fee to the South Point Super Futurity. So I'm like, guys, I'm just a team roper. You all know me. I'm not real sharp, but I think that's a pretty good deal. So get your breeding to raise in the cash. That's how you get the $100,000 incentive. Now let's talk about the Holy Cow Performance horses, Futurity, Cutting Stakes, Classic Challenge. Like I said before, it is going to be a great show. We've got a lot of cool stuff. We've got the Modine Smith Award that we're going to be doing this year. That's the Sportsmanship Award, and that is something that is very near and dear to our hearts. I was very blessed and fortunate to get to know Modine sitting up in the announcer stand for years. And those of you that have been in the PCCH forever, I need not even tell you the history there with Modine going all the way back to the start of the association. So that's a very special award. We're going to be doing that. We also have some brand new Pacific Coast Hall of Famers we're going to be inducting this year. We'll do that right in the arena. That is always a lot of fun. And we've got the Rocky Amateur Award. So that is for an outstanding amateur. So we've got 3 cool awards that we're going to be doing on top of everything else. There's going to be a whole lot of money. Guys and gals, just make sure we're a week away. Take care of all your business before you get there. If you have any questions, go to the website, go to PCCHA.com, check out on Facebook, or reach out to us. Give Kathy a call. She loves hearing from all of you. She's going to punch me in the face for saying that, but that's okay. So if you have any questions at all, guys and gals, just reach out to us. But the biggest thing, remember, there is a time frame for getting checked in because we have to have those vets there. If you need to know anything more about that, it's going to be online. And make sure you Californians that have California horses get those 7-day health. Get your health certificates within a week of coming to the show. Everybody else, it's your standard 30 days. I'm Drew Stu. I can't wait to see you. I'm actually going to come and hang out with you. I'm going to come and see you. I'm going to come hang out for the Super Futurity and then a few more days. I cannot wait to see each and every one of you. I hope everybody is having a good time up at Julie's show at Cascades, and we will see you here in just a little over a week at the Holy Cow Performance Horses, Futurity, Cutting Stakes, and Classic Challenge at the South Point Hotel. On behalf of all of our sponsors, and we will see you in a couple days, everybody. Catch you in a little bit.